Most people wrongly believe that managing diabetes solely revolves around abstaining from sugar and diligently following a prescribed medication regimen. However, this narrow perspective often overlooks a fundamental truth: the profound impact that essential nutrients, specifically vitamins, have on cellular function and overall metabolic health. The typical diabetic experience frequently involves a frustrating paradox: adhering to dietary restrictions and medication schedules, yet still grappling with debilitating fatigue, persistent nerve pain, and the ever present specter of long term complications. This pervasive feeling of being drained, experiencing nerve discomfort, and struggling with volatile blood sugar readings despite best intentions is often a silent testament to nutritional deficiencies that doctors, in their conventional focus on glycemic control and pharmacotherapy, may inadvertently overlook. Imagine a scenario where an individual meticulously counts carbohydrates, monitors blood glucose levels with unwavering precision, and faithfully takes their prescribed insulin or oral hypoglycemic agents, only to find themselves continuously battling an insidious fatigue that no amount of rest seems to alleviate. Picture the frustration of experiencing the characteristic tingling, burning, or numbness in the extremities, the hallmark symptoms of diabetic neuropathy, which stubbornly resist conventional treatments. The underlying issue, frequently unaddressed, is the inefficient functioning of the very mechanisms designed to manage blood sugar and protect nerve tissue. Without specific vitamins that act as critical cofactors and protectors, the body's intricate systems falter. Insulin, the lifeline for many diabetics, cannot exert its full potential in ushering glucose into cells. Nerve cells, constantly assaulted by the metabolic derangements of diabetes, lose their structural integrity and functional capacity, leading to the progressive deterioration that causes debilitating pain and sensory loss. Furthermore, the inflammatory processes and oxidative stress inherent in diabetes create a cascade of cellular damage, accelerating the onset and severity of complications such as retinopathy, nephropathy, and cardiovascular disease. What is particularly concerning, and perhaps the most unsettling aspect of this nutritional oversight, is the sheer prevalence of undiagnosed vitamin deficiencies among the diabetic population. A significant number of individuals are unknowingly operating with depleted nutrient reserves, unknowingly hindering their body's ability to combat the disease. This creates a silent deficit, a hidden barrier to achieving optimal health and well-being. The pivotal question then becomes, what if rectifying these widespread, yet often unrecognized, nutritional deficits could fundamentally transform how individuals with diabetes feel, how effectively they manage their condition, and ultimately how they experience their lives? The potential for a paradigm shift in diabetes management lies not solely in the realm of pharmaceuticals and dietary restrictions, but also in the intelligent and informed integration of vital micronutrients that empower the body's innate healing and regulatory processes. The unsung hero in this intricate dance of metabolic regulation and cellular repair is undeniably vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine. While often relegated to the background in discussions about diabetes management, its role is nothing short of pivotal. When blood sugar levels surge, a common occurrence in diabetes, the body embarks on a compensatory overdrive. As it attempts to excrete excess glucose, it also inadvertently flushes out vital water-soluble vitamins, and B6 is particularly susceptible to this depletion. This urinary loss is exacerbated by the constant battle against inflammation and oxidative stress that characterizes the diabetic state. Vitamin B6 is a crucial player in numerous enzymatic reactions, many of which are involved in detoxification, immune function, and the metabolism of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. When faced with heightened oxidative stress and inflammation, the body's demand for B6 skyrockets as it tries to repair cellular damage and neutralize free radicals. Adding another layer of complexity, even insulin, the very hormone that diabetics rely on to regulate blood sugar, can interfere with the body's ability to effectively utilize vitamin B6. This is because insulin signaling pathways are intricately linked with cellular nutrient uptake and metabolism. Furthermore, A cruel irony often unfolds as certain medications, commonly prescribed to manage diabetes and its comorbidities, can actively deplete B6 levels. Metformin, a cornerstone in type 2 diabetes treatment, is notorious for interfering with vitamin B6 absorption. Similarly, many prevalent blood pressure medications can also contribute to B6 deficiency. This creates a vicious cycle where the very treatments designed to improve health inadvertently lead to a depletion of a crucial nutrient, leaving many diabetics unaware that they are running on empty, their bodies struggling without a key component for optimal function. The insidious nature of a B6 deficiency lies in its often subtle presentation, making it difficult to pinpoint. Many individuals might experience persistent fatigue, i.e., pervasive lack of energy that no amount of sleep seems to cure, brain fog, characterized by difficulty concentrating, memory lapses, and a general cognitive sluggishness, can also be a significant indicator. Mood swings, irritability, and even symptoms akin to depression can arise because B6 is a critical precursor for neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood and emotional well-being. However, one of the most common and telling signs, particularly for diabetics, is the gradual onset of nerve issues. This manifests as the familiar tingling, burning, numbness, or prickling sensations in the hands and feet, the insidious creep of peripheral neuropathy. Without adequate B6, the myelin sheath that insulates nerve fibers and the neurotransmitters that facilitate signal transmission become compromised, leading to these painful and often disabling symptoms. Muscle weakness, a general loss of coordination, and even tremors can also occur, directly stemming from B6's indispensable role in neuromuscular function. Beyond these more commonly recognized symptoms, a B6 deficiency can manifest in less obvious ways. Dry, flaky, or irritated skin, recurrent mouth sores, and a weakened immune system, leading to increased susceptibility to infections, can all signal that your body is lacking this vital nutrient. In more severe or prolonged cases, low B6 can contribute to megaloblastic anemia, a condition where red blood cells are abnormally large and fewer in number, leading to symptoms like persistent dizziness, a pale complexion, and shortness of breath due to reduced oxygen-carrying capacity. The impact of a B6 deficiency is not confined to a single system. It ripples throughout the entire body, affecting numerous physiological processes. Its influence extends to reproductive health, playing a role in hormone regulation. Low B6 levels have been associated with reduced testosterone and impaired sperm quality in men, potentially affecting fertility. In women, irregular menstrual cycles, increased severity of premenstrual symptoms, and even complications during pregnancy can be linked to inadequate B6 intake. Furthermore, vitamin B6 is directly implicated in libido regulation, as it is essential for the synthesis of dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters that profoundly influence mood, energy, and sexual desire. For the delicate nervous system, B6 acts as a tireless repair crew, protecting nerve endings from damage and ensuring the efficient and uninterrupted transmission of nerve signals. When B6 levels dwindle, existing nerve damage can worsen, amplifying pain signals and hindering the body's ability to recover. The kidneys, subjected to immense stress in managing elevated blood glucose and fighting chronic inflammation, also rely heavily on B6 for optimal function and protection. A deficiency can significantly increase the risk of developing or exacerbating diabetic kidney disease. Even your vision is not spared. Vitamin B6 plays